Hello and welcome. My name's Brendan, the developer for Bloobs Adventure Idle, and in the 16th devlog we have a rework for devotion, which I'll be going over very shortly. We have a brand new skill and a slew of changes and a release date. That's right, a release date for Bloobs Adventure Idle, which will be releasing into early access on Steam. The link is down there in the description if you'd like to go and wishlist that now. But let's crack on. So the elephant in the room is we have a new UI with some new tabs. So I'll go through these tabs shortly, but we can go through the invocations and how that system works. So before, the system used to use the auto berry system to gain new XP in devotion, but the skill didn't do anything. So I've now made these changes. So if we pop over into the crafting building and head to the crafting kiln, we can see that we have a lot of different recipes. Now these recipes are used in devotion, and you will make these recipes by combining soft clay and making the pot and then filling them with the different type of bones or ashes. Anything that would normally give devotion XP. So it's best to save your bones and then go and craft these different type of pots so you can sacrifice them. So what do you do with these? Well, let's head over to Farion and I'll quickly show you. A lot has been changed in the game, a lot of different sprites, and if you look at the character, he has a different colour and now has a hat. So let's pop on over into the sacrificial pit. You can explore this properly yourself in the future, but for now, let's quickly go through and I'll show you how we sacrifice. So I have some sanctuary pots in my inventory. And if we go through this UI, you'll see that certain pots will give us more XP or less devotion points or more. So basically there's a difference. Some will give you no XP and give it more devotion points, or you'll get a balance between both or slightly more. So if we just select the first sanctuary pot and press sacrifice all, you can see there that we're going to start sacrificing, and what happens is we will get different amounts of devotion and XP, which allows us to use these different invocations. So when we hover over, you can see that forest is select because there's 2% bonus XP while we're wood cutting, and it tells us that we need level 5 and it drains 4 devotion points every 20 seconds. And we have lots of different recipes. Lots of different invocations that you can explore, and try and just boost your gains throughout the game. So that is that whole system, and me going briefly over it. We have a bloobimization new system that I can show you now. You have the ability to change your bloob's colour. So if I click there, we can see that bloob is now green, or an emerald green. And if we change this, we can say we want no hat. Okay, we want no hat. And we want to wear a pirate hat. So now bloob can have a pirate hat on. But what is this over here as well? I'll let you explore this yourself properly in the future. Any patrons have access to this build right now until the release date, so we can get this tested. So we can see that we have a bunch of different resources in this dungeon. Now these are ethereal resources. Now these are used with the skill Imbuing. How does Imbuing work? So if we go and catch some imbued starfish, there we go, catch a couple of more. Okay, so now we have some imbued starfish. Let's go over to home. Actually go to Beast Smash a bit faster, and if we come over in this location, we have a new ranged weapon store 2 that you can visit, and you can get your first starting weapons. You pop on over here. This is the brand new skill Imbuing, and we can come over here and we have a new NPC. The tooltip is broken in this build, but it is fixed. You can see we have a magic store. We can have a different staff, different armor, and we have imbued air slates. Okay, now how do we get these slates? If we go to the left here, you see we've got some imbued starfish, and we want to create some. And now we are crafting imbued slates. So there we go, we have some imbued slates. What do we do with these imbued slates? Okay, so let's head on over to Farion. There is different altars across the game. So we head on over here. And pop on over to the altar of elements. Look at this altar, doesn't it look so cool? Okay, so pop over to the altar of elements and you can see that we can actually craft different slates. So we get air slates, water slates, air slates, fire slates. So we want to craft some fire slates. There we go. And we can start crafting them, and it will use our slates from our inventory. Now you can't see because I have so many slates in the inventory, but if we go over to imbuing, you can see that we have a bunch of information that's displayed to the player, types of slates which will tell you that basically at level 10 you unlock the ability to multi-craft slates. And then here you have all the slates that have their requirements and what is actually in game. You have the multiple system, which gives you multiple slates per craft, per imbue, and that one says forage and it should say craft. You can see that I used the foraging UI to quickly make this, so I'll fix that. Yeah, so that is how you imbue. Okay, but what are we doing with imbuing? Well, you can see that we already had armor. Okay, well this is a bunch of different armor that we didn't have before. Okay, so let's go and look how we actually craft this armor. So we head over to the loom. I have some void silk in my inventory. Now we can get these from killing certain NPCs across the game. So we go over to the loom. There is a nice update that's actually happened to a lot of the UIs that craft weapons with stats on, with armor. So you can see that we can hover over each of these and it'll tell us what the actual stats are on the item before you craft it. Same with all the different magic armors. So you can see over here, I'm not going to have any white berries in my inventory, but take my word for it, you can click on this and you can craft it. So if we go over, we have certain different armors that you can have to actually craft. Now, okay, that's all well and good, and you saw that we could, if we go to the workbench and we go to staffs, we can actually make staffs as well. There we go. So we go over these, you can see that we can craft these, and they'll require a different amount of, a certain type of log and a certain type of slate. Okay, that's all well and good. Okay, but what does this do for me now? Okay, that's all well and good. Okay. Now we have a new spells tab. So when we are doing combats, we have these different spells that we can unlock. So we have air zap, water zap, earth zap, fire zap, air pulse, and it goes up again, air beam, and it goes up again, and then we have air storm, and it goes up again. So these recipes, when you hover, well, these spells, when you hover over it, they'll have a certain recipe which uses a certain amount of slates per cast. Now, I don't take these slates off you each time you actually hit. Each time you cast the spell, I take them off you each time you hit on a spell. So that's that there for that. And I really think this system was needed. The next system that I'm currently working on is a whole beast mastery rework. So yeah, so that's going to be absolutely amazing. So if we head over into the forge, I want to show you something else. We have the same system where we can hover over everything like that, and I've updated all the weapon sprites in the game. The same here for armor. I missed one and I fixed that now. And if we go into other, the arrow tips will be getting updated shortly. And if we head over to the bow crafting building as well, I've also updated the sprites for that as well. So we go over here. And no, it wasn't, it was the workbench. I've been so used to going to that one to make armor. We go over to bows, we have a lot of new bow sprites as well. Just trying to get the quality mark up there as much as I can to prepare for the Steam release. Okay, now I haven't actually mentioned the Steam release date just yet, but it is now live on Steam and it is coming on the 15th of July. What can you expect? You can expect a demo to be coming pretty shortly. I'm currently working on the Beast Mastery update. As soon as that system is done, I'll have that tested and then I will be working on a demo. What will this demo include? The demo will allow you to get to 20 in every single current skill that's in the game. So what's that, 19 different skills that you can level up to 20, and the idea is I'm going to let you have as many items as you want, as many resources, and you'll get a good amount of playtime in the game before you decide if it's for you. Why am I doing such a big demo? Well, to be honest with you, it's easier for me to say have a cap of 20 across all skills, rather than to introduce arbitrary systems like don't allow this XP in this skill, don't allow this and this, don't allow this and this. And I'd like people to at least have a try of each different skill and how they work. So that's that. There's been an absolute slew of changes across the game. If you go to the bank, you can see here, this is just a little quality of life change, that it now displays the amount of what your bank is actually worth. So when we put different slates in, it will update. So yeah, I'm very happy with this system, and that works exactly how you'd expect it to work. So I'm really happy with that. There's been some changes to mining. You now get 2 clay instead of 1, just to make that process of actually going and making the devotion pottery, I'm going to say. It makes that process of getting the clay much faster. Okay, so if we hop over to Farion, I just want to show you this quickly. We go past the altar, there is the whole of Farion has been updated. I'm going to keep pushing out content as fast as I possibly can, but maintaining the quality bar that I've been setting in recent updates. You can see that we have some new NPCs down here, and we have some new like Aztec style of cliffs and things like that. And we can see here that we have a new sea travel and some ancient fighters, and we head over to the right hand side. We just passed these ancient fighters. We also have some bony soldiers, a new building over here, and there's some toxic wolves. There's actually 2 more bosses that have been added to the game, so if you're our Patreon, head on over, go and visit the Toxic Hound and just have a look around in the area, and I'm sure you'll find the new dungeon. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to head off, and I want to just show you quickly that we have different tabs for the armor, and when we go into range and we see the weapons, it's all been updated there as well. The Imbuing tab has all been sorted out. So yeah, like I say, I'm working on a new Beast Mastery system right now. Rather than it being a big random task pool, it'll be more based on easy tasks, medium tasks, hard tasks, and we'll have a bunch of rewards that are going to come to the game. So if you like what you're seeing, you know what to do, and if you haven't wish listed the game already, you know what to do there as well. I'm very happy to say that the game is going to be out next month on the 15th of July. I'll be definitely taking the day off work for that one, and I'm probably going to be not sleeping at all. So I'm going to keep making these updates as much as I can and keeping everyone in the loop. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.